Good afternoon, Santa Clara. I'm Mayor Lisa Gillmor. Thank you for joining us today on Mayor at Noon. Unfortunately, due to technical issues, we were not able to have our live show. But it's exciting to be back on our show today at a pivotal moment for our community. We have made tremendous progress to move forward safely and reopen our Santa Clara businesses impacted by this pandemic. As we see our youth engage in recreation and sports, our families venturing outdoors, our residents dining out, we are filled with hope as our community enjoys the amazing attractions our city has to offer. One of the most popular establishments in the Bay Area and a must-see for all visitors to Santa Clara is our very own theme park, California's Great America. When the pandemic began, Great America was closed to the public and lost the ability to host thousands of visitors. During this economic downturn, California's Great America stepped up to help the community. The city of Santa Clara mobilized to distribute free, healthy meals to make sure our children would never go hungry. California's Great America became a partner to support Healthy Meals Santa Clara. For that, we are extremely grateful. I'm excited to have Barb Granter, the new Vice President and General Manager of California's Great America, on our show today. Welcome, Barb.
Thank you.
A native of Toronto, Barb began her nearly 40-year career in the theme park industry at Canada's Wonderland. In 1984, she joined Wonderland and was working in entertainment and operations. In 2000, Barb moved to the United States to manage Star Trek: The Experience, I love to say it that way, at the Las Vegas Hilton and set up CBS Television City at the MGM Grand. Now, as an American citizen, she spent the past 19 years as Vice President and General Manager of Gilroy Gardens Family Theme Park. Now, we are fortunate to have Barb's amazing talent here in Santa Clara. We're excited to see her lead California's Great America as the Bay Area's favorite theme park. I am pleased to introduce to our viewers Barb Granter. Welcome again, Barb. So nice to see you.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Can't wait to hear about you and what your thoughts are on Great America. So when did you decide, because this is very interesting, to pursue a career in the hospitality business, especially the theme park business?
Well, I think it was a bit of an accident. I was pursuing a career in the entertainment business, and I was stage managing.
As an actress, or what?
No,
okay.
no. I was a stage manager.
Okay.
And someone said, "Would you like to do that? Like to do that at a theme park?" And I had never even heard of a theme park. So Canada's Wonderland was a wonderful experience for me. I got to look after hundreds of performers and went into operations and fell in love with the industry.
And that's a huge theme park, I understand.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Wow.
It is. Very, very large.
Okay, so from your experience in Las Vegas going to Gilroy, that seems like an unusual transition. How did you cope with the extreme change of venue?
I think my friends now in Gilroy would laugh at that question, because yes, I found it easier to move from Toronto, Canada to Las Vegas in the United States, big city to big city, than I did to move from Las Vegas to Gilroy. It was interesting to be in a place where everyone knows what you do and knows knows the theme park that you run. So I'm interested to see how Santa Clara is, and compared to Gilmore, I think there may be some similarities.
I think there is as well. It just seems such fast-paced to maybe slower pace to now coming back to, we call ourselves here the center of what's possible in Santa Clara. So maybe you'll find a happy medium here.
What a wonderful phrase,
well. Yes.
The center of what's possible.
That's what we say here in Santa Clara, and I know Great America's a big part of that.
We would like to be.
What were your thoughts when you found out you were moving to Santa Clara? And I know the commute's a little bit different for you now. But
the commute is different. It's probably better post-COVID. It's only about 40 minutes to get to work. But I really felt like I was coming home because I've been in the industry for so long. Coming back to a location where you can hear the roller coasters from my office feels pretty good because I'm used to that. It was like that when I first started. So this feels good.
And does Great America, I know in the past when you bought a season pass at Great America, you were able to, if you bought a certain season pass, you were able to go to Gilroy Gardens. Is that still the case? Is there the connection there?
It certainly is. Our gold card holders do enjoy the benefit of both parks.
Yeah, okay, great, because I know that was helpful for me when I was bringing my children. I think the little ones really like Gilroy, but the older ones like Great America. But I know that always changes. So it's been many months or even longer for some of us who haven't been to Great America to remember what's been going on. 15 months is a long time. So let's start with a video clip to remind us about our hometown theme park, California's Great America. That's beautiful. I love the entrance with the beautiful entrance with
the double-decker carousel.
Yes, that was there since the very, very beginning. So that's wonderful. So a couple of years ago, the city approved a master plan for Great America, and it seems like it was just yesterday that I was attending a groundbreaking ceremony for the new water park when the pandemic hit. What happened to the park during the past 15 months, and how tough a decision was it to still invest in the development of a major new attraction during that uncertain time?
Well, I would say the company had some decisions to make, that's for sure. It was a rough 15 months with the parks being closed, but I'm very pleased that the choice of Cedar Fair Entertainment Company was to hold true to the commitment of opening South Bay Shores. We had to start and stop a few times because we couldn't get out onto the property to do the construction work. But the company never wavered from the commitment to put in the new products so that when the community could come back to their theme park, we would have this brand new water park for them.
That's wonderful. The construction of the new water park, and what is it called?
South Bay Shores.
South Bay Shores. The construction of the new water park was extensive. And how difficult was it to complete such a large project during the pandemic?
There were some challenges. You would think that you would have a lot more time because we were closed to do the work, but the truth is it started and stopped a fair amount because of the restrictions. So sure enough, when we got to getting closer and closer to opening, there was a tremendous push from our maintenance team that did an exceptional job to get the property open on time. And it is literally twice the size of the water park that was there, and it feels like a resort. It's just one of the prettiest things. I think a little later we might be able to show our guests the video of what it looks like.
Yeah, we do have that available, and I can't wait to see that as well. I have a question, and I know others are thinking this as well. Why did Cedar Fair decide to build a water park instead of a new roller coaster or other type of attraction for the park?
This is probably my favorite question because it is a fun story. Our marketing department was actually doing some studies with our guests and asking some questions about what they liked. And we had a roller coaster on the books as something that might be going in. And when we spoke to our guests, we were just asking questions, what did they like best and what was their reason for coming, general things like that. And overwhelmingly, we heard, we love the water park, we want more water. And it was a very interesting session. And what the company did when it was over is they called corporate and said, okay, we're not putting in a roller coaster. We're going to put in a water park because that's what the community wants. So I love that story.
I think that's fantastic. So you're listening to your attendees out there and really following what the public wants, which is similar to my job as mayor. We have to listen to the public and follow what the public wants us to do.
Yeah,
so I think that's really fabulous, and I think it also is an attraction for more ages and more family members. As much as I love roller coasters, I can only go on, I can only go up to a certain level, but certainly a water park, the entire family can appreciate it and enjoy it.
A very broad demo. So there is something for the absolutely smallest child to get their feet wet and just sit at the edge of a pool. And there are lovely, gentle little slides for the little ones. There is a wave pool for a little older. And if you're a thrill seeker, we absolutely have drop tower.
The not so gentle slides.
The not so gentle slides. So it covers a broad range and has lovely wide pathways and open grassy areas for you to put your beach towel on. It's very pretty.
So we have a video clip of the new water park, so let's watch, and then you can tell us about the new attraction and the atmosphere you have created for your guests.
Okay.
That looks so wonderful and refreshing, especially on a day like today.
Doesn't it look fun?
It's beautiful. So tell us a little bit about the atmosphere out there.
Well, it's very much like a resort. Wide open spaces, lots of places to sit, lots of chairs and shade, and we put in some new restaurants and a new lovely little poolside bar called Sandbar.
Oh, really?
That has yummy flatbread and has a drink called a Pelican Punch, which can be made as an adult beverage. You can even get a cold glass of Chardonnay or a beer if you want.
You are really appealing to everyone out there.
I hope so. And one of my favorite things is on weekends at the moment, we have a band that plays at our new Pier 76 restaurant, and we have a steel drum player at Sandbar. So
Wow.
the whole atmosphere is very, very different. So you go from the roller coasters and the excitement of the hard park into this beautiful resort in South Bay Shores.
What caught my eye was the cabanas. You have cabanas out there, so
We do.
the family can.
Absolutely, you can
Stay in a
rent
cabana.
our cabanas.
Okay.
CAGreatAmerica.com. Go online. They usually sell out, so if you're planning a day and you want a cabana, you should check that out before you come.
So you could really, how large it is and all the different attractions, spend your entire time in the water park.
You could.
There's
We do
so
have
much
families.
to see and do.
We do have families that come for some days to do the hard park and some days to do the water park. They sort of shift their time that way. But yes, there's enough to do for an entire day at South Bay Shores.
So if you buy your season pass, you can do
Both.
as many times as you want.
Absolutely.
Both you call it the hard park and the water park.
Yes.
Wow, it really looks lovely, and I like all the new the food attractions as well. So tell us about your reopening plan. What happened this season, and where are you today? I know you had a little bit of a staggered reopening. So
We did.
tell us
We
what
did. We
happened.
wanted to do it carefully and safely. We wanted to let the community have an opportunity to use the park with lower attendance to start with, so that they could get used to being back in public. And very happy to say that the demand for the property is strong, and people are really enjoying it. They understand that it's a wide open, safe environment, because obviously all of it's outdoors, and we're really enjoying the community coming home to their park.
That's wonderful. Over the years with my 3 children, I have purchased many season passes.
Thank
Been
you.
to Great America many times. In fact, it was my first job was at Great America back in the year of blah, blah. I'm not going to even say because then you'll know exactly that I'm 100 years old. But now you have your season pass holders. How have they responded to this uncertain time, especially in the last 15 months? And what do you expect the demand to be going forward with your season pass holders?
We have been pleasantly surprised that people are ready to get out and enjoy the world and have fun. Mm-hmm. We expected a slightly less demand when we first started, and it is growing steadily. I would say that's because they trust us. They can see it's a beautiful
Do they feel safe coming out to the park now because of the environment you've created there?
I'm glad you put it that way. I think they do.
Yeah.
I think choosing things to do with your family and children where you're outdoors, where you feel like you have control, you're out in the environment. It's a beautiful park. And South Bay Shores is exactly that, if you're seeing the new product. And I think they feel very comfortable with us as one of their first experiences back in the world.
Okay, great. And I know we had a question about this even when you arrived here at City Hall today. Mask or no mask? What's going on at Great America? Tell us.
Thank you. I'm going to take this off to say this.
So we can see you.
We're pleased to say that at the moment, regulations are such that those people that are vaccinated do not need to have a mask at all at any of our attractions.
Okay.
Those people that are not vaccinated, it is recommended they wear a mask outside, and it is still required inside.
But people, even though they're vaccinated, can still wear their masks.
Oh, of course, always.
Course.
It's a personal choice.
And you have the hand washing stations and other things around the park to keep people safe.
We have kept all of the hand washing stations. People are now comfortable with that, and we want to make sure that our guests feel that they're doing this gently, and and the children are comfortable, and everything's clean and everything's safe, and there's a lot of space.
That's a really good approach, I think, and certainly you have the facility to accommodate at least people feeling safe and they trust that you're doing the right thing for them.
Thank you. Yes, I would say that's true.
That's wonderful. So when I attended the water park groundbreaking, and I was reminded it was in about this time in 2019, so it's amazing that you're able to build that beautiful park in such a short period of time during a pandemic. But it was announced that there would be new food and new drink amenities in the park, and I think you mentioned a couple of the new drink amenities.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, Pier 76 is a brand new restaurant, quite a size. It's also on the meal plan for those of your guests that know what that is. And we have a chef that works at Great America and a couple of sous chefs, and he sort of hangs out in that building now. So there's some chef specials that come on a daily basis. But I think the crowd favorite is our funnel cake battered shrimp.
Okay, I've been trying to wrap my mind around that funnel cake, which we all love, right? Funnel cake batter on shrimp.
Yep, and instead of using regular batter on our shrimp, because you're at a theme park, we use funnel cake batter, and it is quite incredible. It has a little sweeter flavor than what you would expect on a shrimp, and it's our favorite. We can't keep enough of it.
And I think, that's part of the entire experience that so many of us during this pandemic have missed, not only being around people, but the atmosphere in a theme park, the attractions, the rides, the visuals. The food is just as important, in my opinion, as everything else for the guests. So
we would agree with you, which is why we now have chefs that take a look at providing appropriate menus and fun menus. And of course, Maggie Brown's chicken is something that it's been there since the beginning, and of course it will always be there.
In fact, Maggie Brown interviewed me for my first job at Great America when I was 15 and a half, so almost 16. So yes, she's been since the beginning, and it's fabulous. You're right.
And it will always be there.
So the water park, as wonderful as it is, tell us about the rest of the park and what other things the guests can expect, especially some of the new amenities in the park.
Well, I think the park is operating at pretty much full capacity. I think one of the exciting things is that we're bringing back Taste of Orleans. So we're going to be doing our first event. It starts this weekend for the next 3 weekends with bands playing and incredible food booths. And we're decorating all of the Orleans area in the park. So we're starting to bring back all of the events. That's the first. And as you saw in the video clip, yes, there will be a haunt.
I was going to ask you because I know with my children, that was so popular
Absolutely.
Very, very popular.
And one of my favorites is Winterfest. I will tell you that
yes.
I think the park just comes to life as a community location at the holiday time of year, and Winterfest is a favorite.
It's beautiful with all the lights and everything.
Exactly.
I like that you've transitioned into the holidays as well. So let's talk about some nuts and bolts of the park. Job opportunities. And I know that being in this area and through this pandemic, there's a lot of businesses that are looking for employees, and I know Great America is no exception. And I believe you're the largest employer of our young people in Santa Clara. So
thank you.
Tell me what's available there. What's available for our workers, young and old, and what's available right now.
Well, I would say that we have openings in pretty much all operating departments. So if it's your first job as a youth and you want to come out and find out what that's like at a theme park, yes, there are jobs in rides, and there's jobs in food and merchandise and games. We have maintenance positions as well. So if you are a skilled mechanic, we would love to have you come and work on one of our roller coasters. We're very pleased that we had such a surge of returning staff, incredibly pleased. But we hire a tremendous number. As you said, we're the biggest employer. So there are generally always jobs available.
I remember when I was hired at Great America, they were very accommodating, and I worked there for 3 or 4 seasons. They were very accommodating of my school schedule. I know that might be a concern for some young people that want to work at the park.
That's a very good point.
You're still accommodating for school schedules.
We are very accommodating for school schedules. We run our season based on school schedules. So don't be afraid to say I can only work weekends. That's just fine. We have seasonal positions. We have part-time positions that can go year-round as well.
Okay.
And some people don't realize that we do have part-time positions that go year-round. And we have some full-time positions in several departments that are open at the moment. So one-stop shopping.
That's really great to know that there are opportunities, and I think at the end we're going to show the contact information for Great America.
That's
correct. And that would be for not only the tickets, but for employment opportunities?
Correct. Our website, cagreatamerica.com, is good for all of that information. Works on your mobile phone, works on any screen.
And it's a really fun place to work. And you meet the public, and you get experience, put it on your resumes. It's really a wonderful place to work in our hometown theme park. So as our show comes to an end, please tell us, Barb, what you'd like our viewers to know and what you would like to ask of our community.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Well, first of all, I'd like to ask the community to please come home. Please come back to your community theme park. We want you back. We want to see you. Very, very pleased that so many season pass holders have already visited and that more people are purchasing season passes. Come to Taste of Orleans this weekend. Reservations still are online at the moment, but very happy to say that restrictions have lifted and there are now day of reservations available.
Oh,
so
that's great to know.
It is. So please just, if you get up in the morning and decide you want to come to your community theme park, go online and let us know.
That's fabulous. So you can play at Great America, you can work at Great America, you can eat at Great America, be scared from Halloween haunt, look at beautiful lights. There's so much here. And we're so happy that Great America is such a huge part of our Santa Clara community. Thank you so much for meeting with me today and telling our community about what's new at Great America. And thank you for helping feed our children during the pandemic.
You are most
such
welcome.
a wonderful part of food distribution through the pandemic. You answered the call when we asked, and many people have benefited from that in our community. So thank you for being such a wonderful community partner. So that's all the time we have for Mayor at Noon. Join us next time for Mayor at Noon. Until then, be well, Santa Clara.